Don't we all always hear, and many of us do believe, that hair transplant causes skin cancer, or hair transplant causes memory loss, or it is a very, very painful procedure, isn't it? We all have this confusion, and some of us do believe that yes, that's the truth. So today I'll be busting some myths pertaining to hair transplants, both good and bad. So stay tuned. Hi, I am Dr. Gaurang Krishna, hair transplant surgeon at Medlinks, and today we'll be busting all the myths pertaining to hair transplants, one myth at a time. So let's start. Myth number 1. Hair transplant causes skin cancer. Many of our patients ask us that their friends have told them, or they have heard from somewhere, or they have read somewhere that many people develop skin cancers after hair transplant. Well folks, this is totally untrue. There is not a single case report yet that any skin cancer has happened after a hair transplant on that area, and even theoretically so, there is no real relation between a skin cancer and a hair transplant. Hair transplant is a safe procedure so far as skin cancer is concerned, and this myth should be put to rest, that hair transplant has any link to any kind of skin cancer. Myth number 2. Hair transplant causes memory loss. Again, many people believe, and many patients' parents who are not so well versed with the hair transplant procedure, they believe that because it's a surgery on the head, it can do brain damage and it can cause memory loss. And there would be some hearsay that XYZ person has developed memory loss after hair transplant. Again, it is totally untrue, and no case report has ever been published, or we have not had any such instance where a person had memory loss, because there is no relation between brain and a hair transplant. Hair transplant is a very superficial procedure, it's a skin procedure, and brain is deep down, it is covered by a very hard bone, your skull. So a hair transplant doesn't cause any brain damage at all. So there's no relation between memory loss or any kind of brain damage and a hair transplant. So you can stay safe there. Myth number 3. Hair transplant causes hair loss. You may have seen some patients, or you may have read on blogs and videos that a person got a hair transplant done, and then after a couple of years, 3 years, a new area of baldness developed, which leads to people to believe that the hair transplant caused the further hair loss. Well, again, it is proven now, and we are sure of it, that hair transplant doesn't accelerate or decelerate your hair loss. The new area of baldness that developed was the natural progression of the disease. So you got a transplant done on the front, your crown or the vertex had hair, and then in years down the line you lost those hair. That's the natural progression of male pattern hair loss. That would have happened with or without a hair transplant. So hair transplant didn't cause that hair loss. It's a natural progression. The person may not have taken medical hair loss treatment, because of which he lost his existing hair. So hair transplant does not cause hair loss. Myth number 2. A hair transplant gives very full density. Again, it's a myth, and it's a wrong thing that a hair transplant gives you very full hair everywhere. Well, hair transplant is basically not a hair-to-hair replacement. With hair transplant, you can never achieve the density that you had before your hair loss, because the donor area is limited. And when we work on a hair transplant, we work at an average 30 to 50% density only. It's the art of angle, of the orientation of grafts, that less hair looks more when they grow. So that's a illusion that is being created of fullness. So after transplant, it looks very full, but if you count the hair, or if you spread them and see, the density will be lesser than a normal scalp. Myth number 5. Hair transplant is a very painful procedure. Again, this is one of the most frequently asked questions by people who are looking for a hair transplant. The doctor, I know it's very painful. My friend underwent it and it was super painful. And it looks very painful. When they see the video, they see the needle being poked, it looks very painful. Well folks, hair transplant is not a zero pain procedure, but it's very, very well tolerated. The only pain majorly that the patients have is during the anesthesia administration. And even then, a good surgeon takes care that this pain is also minimized by using chillers, by using vibrators, by using drop to drop anesthesia technique. And basically a meticulous procedure would minimize your pain. Once the area is numb, once your scalp is numb, then you don't feel much. If after 3 to 4 hours of procedure you feel that there are pinches happening at places, you can tell your surgeon and he'll take care of the pain. After the procedure also, once the anesthesia effect wears off, the pain is not that much for the first 3 to 4 days. It's reasonably well tolerated. After 3 to 4 days, some people do develop soreness on the donor area. So when they touch it or when they sleep on their donor area, it does become a bit uncomfortable, which is easily managed by normal painkillers. So pain is hardly ever an issue when it comes to hair transplant. Number 6. Hair transplant gives unlimited hair. Well, you may have read or seen these ads many times of offers in hair transplant of unlimited hair or head scalp full of hair. See, hair transplant can never be unlimited hair because it's not unlimited. Your donor area is not unlimited. It's not that you get a 2000 graft surgery done now and after 6 months these 2000 hair will regrow. Once a hair follicle is taken out, it does not regrow there. It just grows somewhere else where it is implanted successfully. And your donor area is limited and you can take only 40 to 50% of your donor area. So a hair transplant can never be unlimited. Of course, it could be a 2000 graft procedure or it could be a 6000 graft procedure where where the hair can be taken from the beard, sometimes the body. FUT and FUE can be combined to give you more hair, but it can never be unlimited. So if anybody says you that they will do an unlimited hair or unlimited hair transplant offer, it's a fake. There's nothing unlimited, please. Myth number 7. You can go to your office, you can go to work the very next day. No, not at all. See, hair transplant, though being a minor procedure, a minor surgery, it's a procedure and it's a surgery after all, where there are cuts involved, there is some discomfort involved, and there is a lot of care involved. So first 3 days after your hair transplant, you have to take a lot of care, and you just can't, go about your normal routine work. So we recommend our patients at least 3 days off work, preferably 7 days, so that they are well rested and they take good care of the transplanted hair. They minimize the risk of infection, and so it is not a walk-in walk-out procedure. It's not a some people call it a lunchtime procedure. It's not a lunchtime procedure that you come, get it done, and then go back to your office. You have to duly plan the whole procedure. You have to take your leaves accordingly, and you have to take due care for 3 to 7 days. So you can't resume work the very next day. You can work from home because you are feeling comfortable. So if you are working from home, if you are working on your laptop, that's fine. You don't need bed rest after a hair transplant. But you just can't walk out without any care. So that's another myth busted here. Myth number 8. Doctor, would I need lifelong medication? Doctor, I have heard that patients would need lifelong medication after hair transplant. So that's not true. It's a myth again. Why? Because see, there are two scenarios. The transplanted hair, because they are taken from the permanent zone, do not need medicines for their sustenance. They will sustain by themselves because they are not affected by the DHT or the male hormone. However, if you have existing hairs to save, so you were at grade 3, you got a transplant then on the front, and you have hair on the vertex to save, then you would need medicines for those hair, not the transplanted hair. The transplanted hair do not need medicines. Yes, you need medicines for 7 days, which are antibiotics, painkillers on an as-needed basis, anti-swelling medicines on an as-needed basis. There will be certain sprays to use, antibiotic creams to apply, but that's all for 7 to 8 days. That's not lifelong. So if the idea is transplanted hair, they don't need lifelong medication. If you have hair to save, that would need a very long-term medication and then eventually lotions. Myth number 9. Hair transplant gives immediate results. Again, some ads do promote it that come to us and walk out with a head full of hair. That does not happen in the surgical hair transplant. Surgical hair transplant is a slow, gradual procedure where roots are implanted and they take 6 months to 1 year to grow properly. So it's a gradual procedure. The instant results or instant change of look you get either with wigs or synthetic hair transplant. Synthetic hair transplant are basically nylon fibers that are inserted in the scalp. That's not an actual surgical hair transplant. And lastly, myth number 10 is hair transplant, or particularly FUE, is a scarless procedure. It's a painless procedure. FUE is not a scarless procedure and it's not a painless procedure. It is less scar and less pain, not scarless and painless. So as compared to FUT, patients have lesser pain in FUE and patients have multiple small scars which are hardly visible if done properly, if the correct punch size is used, as compared to the linear scar of FUT. So FUE is not a scarless or a painless procedure. It is less scar and less pain procedure. So folks, that's about it. We have busted the common myths pertaining to hair transplant. I hope you like this video. And if you like this video, do share your comments of what you feel. If you have any suggestions that we can improve on, please do let us know. If you have any questions for us, please put it in the comments. And if you like the videos that we have been making, subscribe to the channel. The link is given below, and press on the notification button so that you can keep updated on all these knowledge-based videos that we'll be creating on the topic of hair loss and hair transplant. Thank you very much.